For England, it's a 4-4-1-1 for Richie Alderson.
England centre-backs get on it, but if they're picking passes over the top, it can be difficult. And then build the attack, and he maybe could have taken a touch out of his feet, maybe to have a better chance of shooting, but a bit more positive play from Northern Ireland, certainly. The back line right up to the forward line to pick them up, so it'll be, the delivery will need to be very good for them to score tonight.
And over the RAF's under-23 side, draws against Crystal Palace and the independent schools, and a win against Notts County.
Quite high tariff, passes are very difficult, so I certainly think England will be delighted with how they've played, but they look like a really, really good side.
Looking for an offside, definitely was not offside. May fall for Tosh here, trying to find room, and on his weaker side, just wasn't able to drive it beyond the keeper. But another smooth move from Northern Ireland.
Yeah, Tosh is a good player when he gets into that position. I think he'll be disappointed he wasn't able to get more on the ball, but much better play from Northern Ireland. Scullion picks it up in midfield, and when they get the territorial advantage, they're able to get into a good area there.
From the Northern Ireland Schools FA. A lot of people will be desperate for bragging rights next week, but before we get that far, let's see who comes out on top after 90 minutes here.
It's another, frustrating one for Frankie Wilson to lose another important attacking asset, but gives Patterson a good chance to come on, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what he has to offer tonight.
Well, not a bad player to throw on. Too distant future, America beckons. Great run here, stabbed forward by Hockey. Did well to engineer a bit of space, having wriggled away from his marker, but it was comfortable enough in the end for the England goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was good to play from Hockey, but just as you say that, I actually haven't played in the under-18 Northern Ireland squad. I had interest from university in America and got an offer to scholarship then too, and it just shows you into the box and get more men in when those crosses come in, because McFeely's a little bit isolated at times. With
there being so few games in this competition, the other way, I guess, of looking at this as time goes.
Obviously there's no goal difference, but
let's just see how this one goes. Hockey's picked up what was a loose pass. He has support arriving, and the shot is well held. Keeper able to get down. Keogh with a few angry looks at his team there. Montgomery not able to bury it after Hockey's good work. But Northern Ireland are going to have to do more of that. Good goals in this game. Will there be another one? Will there be a decisive one? Plenty of time for it. 21 minutes to go. Wilson's side. It's into the box, and the header popping away from goal. I think a few in front of me thought it was going the other direction for a moment. There was much wrong.
I don't think the cameras will have picked that up, but Richard Clark has just sprinted and got a ball and had an unbelievable ping so that Northern Ireland could get in play there and showing the full effect of his quality. But
G the team up for whatever additional time there might be. Gary Thompson, the fourth official, will be lifting his board in a moment to show us. Hasn't been too many lengthy stoppages. Bailey Hall, England could win this yet. He's made room, and they have the bodies there, and they have won it. And it's Stones, the danger man, hasn't shied away. It came about. Northern Ireland were rushing things. Their coaching staff were kicking to get the ball back into play because they thought they could win it. And England, who have soaked up a lot of pressure, have got themselves in front, and Northern Ireland will probably come away wondering how they've ended up losing this game, if indeed that is the result. But that line of almost 5 players queuing up for it, and well, that's not the header that you want. That was going to be on target, and Keogh most certainly had to make sure he caught that one, but he did. England less than a minute away from the perfect start. McCart left for the keeper, and McFeely just blocked off in the right sense, as a defender would do, stepping across his man and helping his keeper out. Valuable seconds creep away. We tick over the time.
as Lewis Gibson receives the ball again for Scotland, looking to strike one from range. Comfortable save for the England goalkeeper, that's Harvey Keogh. His first touch of the ball. And it was composed. Scotland have scored goals, but they've also scored fantastic goals throughout this tournament so far in these opening 2 games. Squeeze through, decent chance this now. Beagley into the box for Scotland, teed back, big opportunity, big save. Harvey Keogh keeps Scotland out. It was the skipper who had the shot, Kenny McInnes. Here he is again. England don't really clear it. It's Gibson with the strike. Whistles across the England goal. Big opportunity for Scotland to get themselves back into the game. And it goes begging. Not quite sure how it worked its way through to Beagley inside the area, but once it did, this was a big opportunity. Relatively comfortable save in the end for Harvey Keogh. Pretty much straight at him in the end. Scotland on the attack here, bit of room for Stenhouse, and another good save from Harvey Keogh. Scotland have threatened in the second half, certainly had more of it compared to the first, and this was a good chance for Stenhouse. Another good save from Harvey Keogh. And still Brodie Watt, and a comfortable save in the end. Lucas Stenhouse has made a brilliant run off the ball just to create the space for him. Wondered if initially Brodie Watt was going to try and pick him out, but he went solo. Work back to the England goalkeeper, that's Harvey Keogh, and dispossessed, and this is a decent chance here for the Republic of Ireland, and all the way across the face of goal it will be an Irish corner, and a hairy moment for Harvey Keogh.
Yeah, I think just looking at the, if you see the replay there, I think he actually bailed himself out a little bit. My view was slightly obscured here. Yeah, I mean, goalkeepers nowadays of course have to be able to play out the back. Good with the feet. Yeah, he's got a good touch on it. I think he stopped a certain goal.
Yeah, loose pass, wasn't it? And check back and win it back for England. Booming kick by Keogh. Legs looking to get him behind here. Bernat to be sharp. Loose pass. Ayinde, eyes lit up, and Keogh made sure.
Yeah, I think Olsen's going to have to change his system, because at the moment with as I say, with Gill on this left-hand side, they're actually being more exposed in midfield. It's a good start by Ireland. They seem to have most of the possession and the shots on target. Keeping hold of the ball for a little while, getting a bit more confidence in the play. It's a lovely ball out there though from Keogh.
Yeah, he's got the real difficult job tonight of shepherding Michael Raggett, who's played right up top for Ireland in the first 2 games this tournament, playing for a wider position. And England do have a very talented keeper between the sticks as well in Harvey Keogh.
I thought he was very impressive against Scotland.
Yeah, a couple of good saves. Hasn't really done much wrong throughout the entire tournament, really. Couldn't have done anything about the 1 goal that he did concede against Northern Ireland. An assured presence in between the posts for England so far in the Centenary Shield. 26 minutes played, we're still 0-0. As we take a look back through some of the first half highlights, and most of them have been from those young boys in green. This was the first real opportunity, and this was a really good bit of keeping actually from Harvey Keogh, who was sold down the river a little bit by his defender there.
Yeah, the back pass wasn't great. A few times we've seen short passes, but to have the composure to get back into the area, and then the reflexes to get a hand to that, definitely stopped a goal.
Do you think that was maybe an early moment? Yes, but if we take another look here at England trying to play out from the back, they got caught a couple of times early on. Do you think that maybe factored into their thinking? Not necessarily all about system, as you mentioned that first half there. It's a little bit about more how you do on the ball within that system that England were lacking, and so far in the second. That's a lovely ball in. Keogh had to come and be confident.
Great play.
Was.
That's a wonderful claim, and people often refer to the confidence that will give the defence, and it's very true. The defenders will be more than happy with Keogh coming and taking that ball.
A bit of afters after the challenge. It is England versus Ireland after all. Yeah, that's a confident claim, isn't it? Especially as to do it a little bit around one of the England defenders.
Yeah, it wasn't a straightforward catch. That's excellent goalkeeping. And he held on to it falling on the floor, and I can tell you, J-Mo, that can hurt.
Ireland turned it over. Raggett, shot comes in, good save from Keogh. Beaten away.
Big save, like that. Strong hands. The issue there, I think Beeling giving the ball straight back perhaps could have turned out. Trying to do things a little forced. But fortunately Keogh on blob to make a big save.
It certainly was. Decent strike from Raggett, a little bit close to the keeper if he's critical of himself, but he certainly struck it well enough. And forward come Ireland again. McCullough from range. It was a decent strike too on his weaker foot.